Hello everyone. Dear students, today I am going to read the story Krishna's Flying Horse, written by Samina Mishra. This chapter we can see in XSEED Content Book Grade 6. Moonlight filtered into Krishna's room through the swaying branches of the neem tree outside the window, turning everything to silver. The floor was littered with paint bottles, brushes and palette. Cars ran over plastic animals, and building blocks rose unsteadily towards the ceiling. Buried somewhere in that mountain of toys was a flying horse struggling to be seen. Krishna had been working on the flying horse painting for several days. He had drawn the sun peeking out from behind a wall of brown mountains, which towered over a small village. In the foreground, he had made an island in the middle of the large lake. Poised to take off above the water was a flying horse with a bushy tail, two wings and smiling eyes. Krishna was delighted when Uncle Subhash gifted him a box of watercolors for his birthday. He opened the box, dipped his brush into a small cup of water, and started painting almost immediately. He couldn't wait to finish his painting and show it to everyone. Uncle Subhash was impressed. "You should have it framed once you finish it," he told Krishna's mother. Yes, shouted Krishna in excitement and tore the page out of his sketchbook. Krishna's mother laughed and gave him a hug. "Keep it safely in your room. We will get it framed tomorrow." The flying horse swelled with pride. "You see, paintings need to be seen, otherwise they fade away. What better way to be seen than to be framed and hanging on a wall?" So, Flying Horse waited patiently on Krishna's desk. The next day, Krishna came home from school with a lot of homework. He dumped his books on his study table and sat down to start his work. He dawdled and daydreamed and didn't finish his work until dinner time. The flying horse floated down to the floor as Krishna impatiently put away his books and rest for dinner. On Saturday, Krishna's friends Aniruddha and Geeta came over to spend the day with him. They saw the flying horse and giggled. "Look at this painting! It's a horse with wings! How strange!" said Aniruddha. "Did you paint this?" asked Geeta. Krishna was embarrassed. He quickly diverted their attention. "Let's look for the places we want to visit," he said. Reaching for his atlas, crash! The books on the shelf fell on the floor along with Flying Horse. They got busy with the atlas while Flying Horse waited patiently under the books on the floor. Just then, Geeta spied the snakes and ladders board in the shelf. "Let's play snakes and ladders," she suggested. Yes, I love snakes and ladders," said Krishna, and they settled themselves around the board. After snakes and ladders, they moved on the figures of sports persons, and Krishna brought out his stash of cards with his favorite sports person too. They got fed up with them and pulled out the plastic animals, and Krishna's room looked like it had been hit by a cyclone. Flying Horse began to worry. In the evening, when Krishna's mother came in to call them for milk and biscuits, she reminded them to clean up. They promised to do it as soon as they were back from the park. Buried under the toys, Flying Horse started fretting. He really did not want to fade away. Evening turned to night, and Krishna's friends went home. Krishna was too tired to clean up. Soon he fell asleep. The room was quiet. The door opened, and Krishna's parents walked in. His mother picked up the books lying on the floor and put them on the desk. A light breeze blew in through the window, and flying horse floated away under the desk. I wonder if they can see me, thought the flying horse to itself. Just as Krishna's father bent to pick up the snakes and ladder board, he spied the flying horse's wings. He pulled out the painting from underneath the rest of the toys. Flying horse trembled in the breeze. What is this? Asked Krishna's father. The wind blew a little stronger, and flying horse flapped in excitement. Oh yes, this is Krishna's flying horse, said Krishna's mother. We should get it framed. A strong gust blew in, and flying horse fluttered happily. Snore, said Krishna, and turned over. Krishna's mother smiled as his father put flying horse on the steady table under a paperweight. The next day, Krishna's father said, "This painting of the flying horse is unique. Krishna, you should finish it soon and have it framed." No, shouted Krishna and snatched the page from his hands. Krishna's father was surprised and looked at him with concern. What happened? He asked. I don't like it at all. It is silly. Horses cannot fly, only birds fly. He crushed it and threw it on the floor. He ran out to the porch. His father found him sitting on the porch steps. Why do you think this painting is silly? He inquired. My friends laughed at it and said it was strange. Krishna explained. His father listened patiently to Krishna's story. Then he led Krishna to his art studio. I want to show you something, he said. Taking out an old painting from a drawer, he put it on an easel and switched on the overhead light. When he moved aside, Krishna saw the painting and gasped. It was a beautiful round elephant with a scraggy tail and smiling eyes. But that was not what surprised Krishna. The elephant was bright pink. Krishna smiled. A pink elephant? Why do you paint the elephant pink? Most elephants are grey, aren't they? That is what all my friends said too, Krishna's father replied. My friends made fun of my pink elephant, so I wanted to destroy it. But then my art teacher persuaded me to keep it. He explained to us that everything is possible in our imagination. We can paint a red sky or a green ocean. It's all about what we want to show. Krishna's father told him how he had taken his teacher's advice and kept drawing and painting whatever he wanted. As a result of that, he was a successful painter today. I like your painting. It is original, he said. Finish it this evening and let it dry in a safe place. We will go to the framer tomorrow. Krishna swelled with pride and hugged his father. He ran to his room, picked up his paintbrush and painted his flying horse pink and the sky a very light blue. He signed his name in the bottom right corner, just as he had seen his father do, and then left it to dry. Flying horse waited patiently on Krishna's desk all night, ready to be framed. The next day, Krishna's mother took him to the framer, where Krishna chose a frame. Flying horse now hangs on the wall of Krishna's room and is admired by everyone who visits their home. Here is the end of the story. Thank you for watching my video. Have a nice day.